Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday. How y'all feeling?
I know what happened in here last night. I came in here today. Microphones is unplugged. Everything everywhere. All right.
So nobody heard you do the yo 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 yo? Nobody heard him do the yo yo yo?
Oh, his microphone's unplugged too? Yep, it is. I don't know what was going on in here, but these microphones were unplugged. I had to plug mine back in.
Did you hear it?
It's not plugged in.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, okay. Yeah, my mic was unplugged too. Well, the Breakfast Club, as we know, it is officially over. So, I mean, might as well start unplugging stuff.
The mic's out.
Might as well start unplugging stuff. You know what I mean? Get ready to shut this thing down.
That's right. That's what it seems like. Well,
how y'all feeling out there?
Feeling great, bro. I can't complain. Yesterday was my daughter's 1 year. She turned 1.
1 year.
Oh, yeah, she turned 1, so we had a little celebration at the house. It was a lot of fun.
Who the hell glasses are these? Okay, now we get into the bottom who unplugged these goddamn microphones, all right? Now there's clues here. Somebody left some goddamn specs in here. I don't know whose glasses they are.
That looks like a auntie or uncle's size.
I would wear them, but you know, the way things are just spreading around here, COVID and monkeypox and everything else, I'm not going to put them on.
Why would you wear some random glasses?
I mean, back in the day I did. When I did Sherry Shepherd last week, that was one of the things, because, you know, that became a meme, because I put on Sherry's glasses.
I was like, Sherry Shepherd left her glasses here. Put these on. I'm going to send her a picture.
That's right.
It became a meme.
That turned into a meme.
Yeah, and then my whole house is sick. I don't know about how you guys' houses are, but my whole house seems like they got a cold, a flu, something.
The flu is out there.
You know, COVID's out there, too.
Nah, I tested for COVID, so it ain't COVID.
Yeah,
I know 2 people who have COVID right now in New York.
The flu making a comeback. The flu on his marketing and his promo back. All right? The flu is like, you know what? Y'all been on this COVID wave for a while. I need to let y'all know that I never left. Okay? I'm still the OG out here.
I'm just going to let y'all know my stomach is a little funny this morning, so if I have to step out, you know why.
I don't need to know all of that.
I'm just letting you know.
Ain't nobody needed to know all
I'm just telling you.
That's his way of letting you know he's going to get naked.
That's all. That's all. He wants somebody to know about his butt early in the morning. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They've been doing some perceptuals, and they say it's too much butt talk on this on this show. Okay.
It's about to get worse after this week.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking.
Wild West in here.
What are we talking about?
Oh, let's talk about this weather. You know, I was telling you guys yesterday, and now they're saying more than 40 million are under a threat for severe storms. That could be tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds. We'll tell you where you have to beware.
God's sick of y'all. She told me to tell y'all that, too.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now with Monday Night Football, the Steelers beat the Colts 24-17. What else we got, Easy?
Well, let's not forget today is Giving Tuesday, by the way. That comes after Thanksgiving. Then there's Black Friday. Then there's Cyber Monday. And now today is Giving Tuesday.
I ain't never heard of this one.
Never heard of that.
You never heard of Giving Tuesday?
Never heard of Giving Tuesday in my life.
It's a day for giving back. It's a great way for everybody across the country.
What's Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving is being grateful. Now, today is a day where you can volunteer services.
They just made
You
that
can
up.
donate money. No, Giving Tuesday's been around.
I ain't never heard that ever in my life.
It's been around for over 10 years.
It's the first we've mentioned.
And it helps raise money for different nonprofits. So it's a day where they're telling people if there's a nonprofit that you support, Giving Tuesday is a day for you to make donations, or if there's an organization you work with, if you want to share your skills. But more than anything, just be super kind to people today on Giving Tuesday.
So that's a regular day for me and my character.
Yeah, so today's Giving, but maybe people
tomorrow?
don't volunteer every day or they don't donate money every day. Today is Giving Tuesday.
Tomorrow's Take It Back. You know what I mean? You did it for them on a Tuesday, but if they didn't act right, you take it back on
I can't believe y'all never heard of Giving Tuesday.
I've never heard of that in my life.
All right.
And by the way, mentalwealthalliance.org if you're in the giving mood, since it's Giving Tuesday.
You didn't? Okay.
I thought it was Small Business Wednesday. Or when is that?
Today is Tuesday. There's no way today's Small Business Wednesday.
Tomorrow, Small Business Wednesday or something.
I never heard of this
Saturday?
Giving Tuesday thing, but you know.
I never heard of it.
If you're on it, I don't find nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
It's a great thing.
It's always great to give.
All right, now more than 40 million people are under threat now for severe storms. They're saying it could be tornadoes, hail, and damaging winds in the south. So that's across parts of the southeast and Mississippi Valley. That is going to be starting today, this afternoon. So be careful because of a threat of severe weather. The largest potential, a level 4 or 5, is for those in parts of central Mississippi, including Jackson and parts of east central Louisiana. And they said that's rare for this time of the year around that region. They usually see tornadoes in the spring and in the summer months. So if you're flying anywhere, if you have things going on, just know today is that day. And in other news about the weather, in Hawaii, the largest active volcano in the world, the Mauna Loa, has started erupting. And so ash and lava have been spewing out on Hawaii's Big Island. I've never been to Hawaii. Have you guys? Everyone always talks about how it's like one of the most amazing places.
Very beautiful.
That
Long
you could
flight,
ever go to.
But very beautiful.
All right, well, the activity started Sunday around 11:30 p.m., continued into Monday. It's the first eruption in nearly 40 years from that volcano.
Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that people live on the bottom of it are in trouble, or is it going to reach them? Do we know?
Well, they said there's no threats to populated areas. I know, my mom is from this island where the volcano erupted. Everybody had to evacuate the island previously. And usually when a volcano erupts, they know which way the lava flows when it comes out. So I know in Montserrat, they have the exclusion zone, so people can't live in that area where the lava flows to. But they do still warn you if it erupts, you have to evacuate.
Yeah, I know they were saying that the ash can cause problems and pollutions, and people might not be able to breathe, so they ask people to leave. And I know that they're saying that just be careful. Or
you have to be prepared.
Prepare for that, yeah.
And a lot of times they can tell if an eruption is coming, but you always have to be prepared. So
there is nothing more humbling than weather and nature. I don't care what race you are. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what your status is in life. There is nothing you can do when nature decides to knuck.
Yep.
You can try to buck all you want, but I promise you nature gonna win in the end.
All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. Phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. It's OG Rob. Good morning. How y'all feeling?
Damn, OG Rob, today ain't Friday.
It's too early. I ain't got my rhymes ready, OG.
Hey, listen, I know you was going to say that, but listen, man, it's a special day today, man. I'm calling in, man. I want to say a big happy birthday to my aunt, Vanetta Diggs. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tell her, may God bless her with many, many more, and enjoy your day to the fullest. And on that same token, rest in peace to her husband, Uncle Junie Diggs. Bree Boy, stand up, man. It's Brooklyn, man. But
all right, Bree Boy.
What you say, Andy?
Save them for Friday. Let's keep the tradition Friday going. But happy born day to your aunt, and rest in peace to her husband for sure.
Yes, definitely. Uncle Junie Diggs, man. Two Bree Boy icons, man. And I just wanted to get that off my chest, and hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving, man, with the family, man. You know, when we can get together with the family,
always.
That's something special, man, and we can't take that for granted. And Angela Yee, it's the last week, huh?
It's my last Tuesday.
Woo-wee. Okay,
I feel you.
Listen, we gonna send you off right Friday. We gonna take care of it. We gonna set it off.
OG Rob, I need some bars about Yee leaving on Friday.
Okay.
Let's get it ready.
I gotta get to work.
All right.
I gotta get to work.
OG Rob, hold on, all right?
All right.
Don't hang up. Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's going on? DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee. Good morning to y'all.
Peace, King. What's the word?
Hey, it's me. They calling and tapping in. My birthday was just yesterday, so I just wanted to get a quick shout out. Some love from y'all.
What sign is that?
I don't really follow signs, but I guess I'm a Sag.
He don't follow signs.
You say your birthday is today?
Yesterday.
Oh yeah, you're definitely a Sagittarius, 100%. My wife is a Sagittarius.
Too.
You're absolutely a Sagittarius.
I have no idea what that means, but I hope it's a good thing.
I love Sagittarius. I'm married to one of them.
Hey, I love that little Charlamagne the God, but hey, I gotta give my love to Angela Yee. This is the last week. Oh man, you've given us so much joy, so much knowledge, and just so much information over the years. Just thank you so much for that. Wake Up with Angela Yee is gonna be dope. We love you forever.
Thank you. That is so sweet. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Of course. And
see how sweet a Sagittarius is?
And the Charlamagne the God, I gotta thank you for a hell of a week, for you being you. Never stop being you. for the butt games you play with Envy.
Oh my gosh.
Just everything.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. See, I like that. He shouted out the TV show every Thursday night, 11:30 on Comedy Central, and shouted out butt games. I appreciate both those things. That's right.
And lastly, shout out to you, Envy. I met you at your car show. He's always been a stand-up brother. He's always been a great man. And, like, thank you for always being consistent with the mix, never being a real mix.
Now that's a lie. Now he is not consistent with no New York team. Whatever New York team winning, DJ Envy gonna ride that D.
And shut up.
It don't matter if it's the Giants. He confused this year because the Giants and Jets winning.
I'm a Giants fan, man. What you talking about?
Man, please.
You just be happy with your butt games over there.
I thought you about to say be happy with my Cowboys.
No, I said your butt games.
Same difference.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Dorian. How are you guys?
Hey,
Peace, Dorian. Dorian the Explorer.
And it's also a music note course. So
Okay.
Oh, how are you?
I am fine. I can't believe I actually got through my very first time. And I wanted to say, Angela, I am so proud. I'm sorry you're leaving, but, you know, those two guys are going to have to learn how to live without you, girl.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be on right after them. It'll be like an extended morning.
And I will be right there with you. Envy, Guy, we were watching East New York, and I'm from the Bronx. And I saw you. I was like, oh, wait a minute. My husband went, oh, snap, that's DJ Envy. So he was like, okay, let's just see if he can act.
How'd he do?
He did great.
Thank you.
Envy, I was really proud of you. We were looking for a dark side. We were like, okay, is he going to go dark on us?
Well, I mean, he was kind of typecasted because he was like on the fence of snitching. I think he'll snitch in future episodes.
I got a couple of more episodes coming up.
No, it's coming. It's coming.
I was wondering.
I'm holding it down.
Charlamagne, dude, I love your show. I read your book, Shook. It was great. I felt so great. I felt your pain. I loved it. And I just love you guys.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. We're glad this is your first time calling up and that you got through to shout us all out. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. Have a great day. Angela, I'm also with you on lip service as well. So, Char, I'm looking forward to more stuff from you. You know, my parents are from Charleston, South Carolina.
Hey, 843.
Yeah, 843 is it. Envy, my son is a DJ down here in Atlanta, and he's doing the doggone thing as well. We're going to try and catch one of your car shows when you come through again.
Thank you. Shout him out. What's his name? What's his DJ name?
It's DJ Brand New.
Brand New.
Yes, look for him. Look him up on IG. He is DJ Brand New on IG. He's Mr. Brand New on Twitter. My daughter lives out in Dallas, Texas. She's a ballet dancer. Look her up too. Alex Maureen Ballet on IG.
What a mama. I love that. Mama, hey. All right, shout to DJ Brand New.
Yes. You guys have a great day. Love you guys. Yes. And that's a combination of his first and last name. Had no involvement with that. So he's creative. He's an awesome DJ. He's done TV as well. So look for him. He's with a group that's out here in Atlanta. So
okay, Mama.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Mama, and good luck with everything. Okay.
Thank you so much, and love to my husband. He's traveling. He's out in Beham. So
Birdman. All right, Mama. Have a good one. Hello. Who's this?
Oh, this is James.
Hey, what's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
You say yay?
James.
Nah, James.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
What up, James?
I just. What's up? Good morning, everybody. I wanted to get this off my chest with Angela Yee leaving, man. I'm really not digging it. You know, she's breaking up the crew, man.
You're not happy. You're not happy for me.
I mean, I'm glad you're going on with your dreams and stuff, man. But you
well, thank you. You should just be happy for that. And for all the years, over a decade, 13 years of content.
Yeah, man. But see, that's the thing, man. Picture Method Man saying he's no longer going to be a part of Wu-Tang.
Well, he'll always be a part of Wu-Tang, but they all have gone solo and done their own thing.
Yeah, man. But no, man. No. Maybe that's not a good example. You're not happy with us, man. You want to go off and have big.
It has nothing to do with.
It
has nothing to do with you. As a matter of fact, I'm glad that I'm still actually going to be here, and you should be happy too.
Oh, you still going to be with the school?
Well, I'm going to be on right after the Breakfast Club.
Oh.
It's a spin-off show, bro. It'll be on 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Way Up with Angela Yee, right after the Breakfast Club, sir.
You should be like, that is amazing that you've achieved this.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy for you, man. It's just
you don't sound happy.
Once you get used to the flow of a certain thing, man, when it changes, it's like, what in the world, yo? But that's cool, though, since you're going to be on right on after the Breakfast Club, I guess I can adjust to that. But
well, thank you. I appreciate you being happy for me. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
All right.
You're like, damn.
Have a good one. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way?
Yes, and let's talk about Will Smith. And he's talking about that infamous slap. And I feel like this is his first time really addressing it. So maybe some people don't want to watch Will Smith movies anymore. We'll tell you what he had to say about that.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
Can I get to the yams?
Don't flirt with me so early, sir.
Sweet yams.
Why do we have on purple wigs?
Because Angela, purple is her favorite color.
Oh.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, I'm kidding you. It is.
No,
Y'all would look so crazy.
I was just trusting the producers. The producer said purple's your favorite color. And this your last
I don't know
week.
what you guys are doing. I walked in and you guys are wearing purple wigs, but I didn't even say anything.
Because they said purple is your favorite
Purple's
color.
your favorite color. And this is your last week. The
now
Breakfast
what are you
Club, as we
guys
know it,
gonna
is
do?
officially over. What do you mean?
Like, now what do you do with the purple wigs?
We're wearing them.
We're just wearing
You're
them.
going to wear them all day?
You've never worn a wiggy?
I have.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
But we wear
You're
them.
wearing a wig.
This thing gets all in my face, though. How do you get it out your face?
Whoa. Wow.
Pause.
Wow.
Pause. See?
Wow.
Y'all play
Man,
too much.
that's wow.
Y'all play too much.
I would use a washcloth. Personally.
Who do you think is a prettier girl?
Here.
I got beads on, bro.
I threw you beads. So what are you supposed to do when somebody throws you beads?
As a matter of fact, we should do a poll.
Whoa.
Who's a prettier girl?
Prettier girl?
Mm-hmm.
No, if I throw you beads, what are you supposed to do?
I have no idea.
Angelique.
He's supposed to show his titties.
I don't have any.
Show us your tits.
Don't talk to me like that. I'm a lady.
Can you say? I don't
I'm
think
a
you
lady,
say that.
bro. Don't talk to me like
it's
that.
too late now. Show us your
Don't
breasts.
talk to me like that. I'm a lady, bro.
Oh, you're a lady.
Don't talk to me like that.
I just throw you beads. If I throw you beads,
Don't talk to me like that,
beads.
bro. Stop throwing me beads.
I thought you guys were Dumb and Dumber, but with purple wigs.
This is definitely dumb.
That is definitely dumb or dumber.
This is definitely dumb. But
let's
you know,
get
it's
to
your
the
last week. So,
Let's go.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee
Can I get to the yams?
on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Are you guys putting on dresses too?
Never.
No.
Never. Never will I go that far. Okay.
Never will you go that far.
Never will I go that
As he moves his
That's
bangs
it.
out of his face.
Never.
All right. Well, Will Smith was on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and he opened up about a lot of things that have been happening, like that night in March when he slapped Chris Rock that people still are talking about to this day. Now, here's what he had to say about the fact that he is only human.
I had to forgive myself for being human. Trust me, there's nobody that hates the fact that I'm human more than me.
Yeah, I know that. No, but I know that, yeah.
You know, and just, finding that space for myself within myself to be human,
Right.
It's like I've always wanted to be Superman. I've always wanted to swoop in and save the damsel in distress, and I had to humble down, and realize that I'm a flawed human, and I still have an opportunity, to go out in the world and contribute in a way that fills my heart and hopefully helps other people.
Now, he also said that you never know what somebody's going through, and you got to be kind to people.
That was a horrific night, as you can imagine. There's many nuances and complexities to it, but at the end of the day, I lost it, and I guess what I would say, you just never know what somebody's going through, I was going through something that night, and not that justifies my behavior at all. No, I would just say, you're asking what did I learn, and it's that we just got to be nice to each other, man. It's like, it's hard. And I guess the thing that was most painful for me is I took my hard and made it hard for other people.
This cheap ass wig is shedding, by the way. I just want y'all to
definitely not a private label wig.
It's definitely not. Okay. Well, listen, I've told y'all a million times, man. Will Smith is a person who does the work. He has access to the best therapists. He has access to the best spiritual leaders. If a brother like that, at that age, who's been doing the work, can snap like that on the biggest night of his professional life, then it should be a lesson to us all. Deal with your traumas, or your traumas will eventually deal with you.
All right. He also was on Fox 5's Good Day DC. And he talked about, because he does have the movie Emancipation coming out. That's going to be in theaters December 9th. So he is out and about promoting this. And here's what he had to say about people who might say, after everything that happened, I'm hesitant about seeing the movie. And he was also concerned about tainting the movie Emancipation.
What do you tell people if they say, I'm not ready yet, that it's too soon or something?
I completely understand that. If someone is not ready, I would absolutely respect that and allow them their space to not be ready. My deepest concern is my team. The people on this team have done some of the best work of their entire careers. And my deepest hope is that my actions don't penalize my team.
I mean, he's right. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the world we live in, though. Some people gonna like Will, some people not gonna like Will. Some people will be over what happened, some people won't be. But guess what? We all make choices. If you don't want to support it, don't. If you do, do.
All right, and correction, it actually is in theaters December 2nd and then on Apple TV Plus a week later on the 9th.
Hey,
all right.
Salute to Trevor, too. He's going out with a bang. He's had some heavy hitters on for his last couple of weeks. President Obama, Will Smith, you gonna let him show you up like that?
Yep. I have two guys wearing purple wigs.
Trevor's last day is December 8th.
All right, and Odell Beckham Jr., his attorney is telling his side of the story. We told you about him being escorted off of a flight, an American Airlines flight from Miami to L.A., and he had to make different arrangements. They had said that he was in and out of consciousness. Well, his attorney has responded and said that he was asleep on the flight with his blanket over his head prior to takeoff. That's normal practice for him for a long flight. He was then awakened and told the plane was back at the gate and he needed to get off the plane because he did not put his seatbelt on when asked. He responded that he was sleeping and that he would put his seatbelt on now. He was informed it was too late and either he had to get off the plane or everybody would have to deplane. The overzealous flight attendant insisted on removing everyone from the plane instead of simply allowing Mr. Beckham to fasten his seatbelt and proceed with the flight. At no time was he disruptive or combative. He was willing to comply with the seatbelt requirement.
I don't know what happened in that case, but I know flight attendants been on one recently. I ain't even gonna lie. There's been flight attendants, maybe they're stressed out, they're overworked, but they have definitely been on one when it comes to plane safety and putting seatbelts on and pushing your seat back forward. Like, they have not been the nicest people recently. So like I said, they're probably overworked, but I've seen it for myself.
Yeah, they could have just let him put his seatbelt on because it's way more of an inconvenience to make everyone go back to the gate, deplane. All right, you know how long that takes, and then to get back on?
I feel so sorry for women who can't afford a good wig because this is terrible.
You need to cut your bangs a little.
This is
your
not.
Bangs don't look too cute,
this
bro.
is not like a standard lace Brazilian straight closure. This is just.
This is not.
This ain't even
100%
a human hair. This is just.
I don't even think I have mine on
this
right.
This is disgusting.
Do I have mine on right? Oh, it is on right? No.
You said what?
Envy, I feel like you're used to this more.
I'm definitely not. I don't know. Like, this just feels funny.
Somebody bring me a Virgin Brazilian loose wave 360.
A what?
Something. This is ridiculous.
All right. I feel like y'all should have had a little wave or curl to it, too.
You think?
Yeah, I would have. But anyway, that is your rumor report.
Bro, I threw you beads, bro.
What does that mean? Throw me some body wave glueless Brazilian wig. How about do that?
I just
instead of this little cheap ass purple wig y'all bought
beads and you know what? Forget
it's
it.
shedding already.
We got front page news next. What we talking about?
I'm gonna have to go natural.
I feel like this
next
feel like
break.
a last minute play.
Next break, I'm going natural. I'm just letting y'all know that. Just
All right, well, let's talk about what's going on in China right now with the zero COVID strategy in Beijing and these demonstrations. The Biden administration is offering support for peaceful protesters in China.
The messed up thing, all I heard was you say Beijing, and I looked up fast. I was like, oh, where's the joke coming? I knew his joke was coming, but...
Okay. Well, you must want one.
Want one?
Beijing.
Look in his bag.
Shut up.
Look in his bag right now. Want one?
Front page news is next is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yes, indeed. Had to take that cheap ass wig off, man. Okay.
What? That's it?
It was shedding.
Oh. Sorry to hear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's get in some front page news. Now, today is Angela Yee's last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday.
The Breakfast Club, as you know, it is officially over. It's the last week.
So you like, Angela Yee likes purple.
Bro, get away from me,
Why
bro.
are you
Don't come over here with them stupid ass props.
I'm not even going with you.
Get away from me. What is wrong with you?
Why did you just throw a boa on him?
A silly man.
Wear it.
You are, whatever you identify
You're not
as,
even
you silly.
wearing
I didn't mean to
stuff.
call you a man. Okay? Whatever
Y'all only
you
wear those
identify
wigs
as
for
is
5
silly.
minutes.
Okay?
All right, well, let's get into front page news. In Monday Night Football, the Steelers beat the Colts 24-17. What else we got, Easy?
All right. Well, in China, the White House is now weighing in. There's been large-scale protests, and that is over their policy that they have right now, their zero COVID strategy for containing COVID. You know, China, they're still on lockdown in Beijing, and there's been a lot of issues. Social media users in China are blaming the pandemic policies on things like people having a lack of medical care. Pregnant women have miscarried babies because of citywide lockdowns. Shortages of food have also been highlighted. There's been a lot of different stories about what's been happening there. A fire broke out in a residential apartment building on November 24th, killing 10 people. But they're saying that that's all because of this whole lockdown. So now people have been peacefully protesting the lockdown, and the United States wants to support that. So I don't know any other major economy that has a zero COVID policy where people are still in lockdown right now. Other nations don't have these strict lockdowns. They also aren't really doing the mass testing anymore, not even the social distancing or the lengthy quarantines. But China's COVID numbers still have been steadily rising. So.
Didn't it originate in China? It originated in Wuhan, right? So if they don't have it figured out yet, I don't think they ever will by now.
I mean, you said United States wants to help out. How do they want to help
Well, they're just
out?
supporting the peaceful protesters. That's all, and voicing their support and letting these people able to demonstrate against the government. So that's all it is. All right. So I know a lot of people have been seeing this whole zero COVID thing on the news. All right, a family in Fort Worth, Texas has been reunited with their daughter. She was kidnapped as a baby more than 5 decades ago, and that's all because of 23andMe, that ancestry service. So Melissa Highsmith, she was only 22 months old back in 1971. She was allegedly abducted by a woman who was hired to babysit her. And she's been living in Fort Worth for much of her life. She didn't even know that she was missing. She had no idea that her family was searching for her until they reached out to her through Facebook. She said she thought it was a scam at first. Her father texted her on Messenger and said, I've been looking for my daughter for 51 years. And so thanks to 23andMe, they were reunited.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. But imagine at 51 years you were raised, didn't even know you were abducted as a child. This is all you know is your family. And then you realize the whole backstory of what happened.
Now, what happens in that instant, right?
Well, the criminal statute of limitations expired 20 years after her 18th birthday.
It expires? Kidnapping expires?
I didn't know that.
I'm just trying to figure out how did they keep the child away for 50-something years.
She didn't know. She was only 22 months old.
But I'm saying nobody was looking for her?
They were.
But if you move to another state and, you have a pop up with a new baby, people just automatically assume that's your child.
That's wild, bro.
What do you do at that point? Because you had a mom.
I can understand if they left the country, maybe, but
and then she had a birthmark on her upper back, so they were able to identify that also because the baby went missing, they were like, there's this birthmark.
But what do? You're a child. You're 51 years old. Your mom raised you that you thought you was mom. That's all you know. But then at 51, you realize that's not your real mom.
And why did they kidnap her? Why didn't they just adopt if they wanted a child?
You know how hard adoption is? It's a whole process.
Yeah, but it's easier than doing something illegal.
Well, no, of course it is. But I'm saying it's not like it's an easy thing to do. So
neither is kidnapping. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's a sick person who does that. But it's not easy to be like, just adopt.
Just imagine you the child. Do you still mess with your mother? Because that's your mother. She raised you, but she stole you.
Yeah, something's clearly off with whoever did that. Because that don't make any sense whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee.
That's so scary because at the time of the disappearance, she had put a ad in the paper looking for a babysitter to care for her child while she worked. That's scary too. Like, how do you find the right babysitter?
That's got to be so psychologically confusing for that person.
Yes.
Because, you're happy you're reuniting with your biological, but then you like, yo, these people raised me for the past 22 months. I mean, past 50-something years, and then do you look at them like they're crazy?
No, because that's still your mom.
That's still your mom. That's still, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But they stole you. Wait, what was that, Yee?
Glorilla.
Oh. All right, well, let's open up the phone lines now. Glorilla. What happened with Glorilla, Easy?
Well, Glorilla was online, and this turned into a viral topic, and she was talking about meeting guys in the club and why you should not think that you can date those types of guys.
I just gotta say this. If you trust a nigga that you met at the club, you was a hot-ass mess in the goddamn food, and you don't got no motherfucking home training. Because, bitch, why the f*** did you sit up here falling in love with a nigga that you know you met at a place where he looking for hoes at? Bitch, he looking for hoes. He finna treat you like a motherfucking hoe, bitch. Why the f*** you send your dumb ass right here falling in love? Stay woke.
Now, let's open up the phone line. I don't know if that's true.
I'm going to take Glorilla's word for it because she's a young lady, okay? I'm old as hell. I ain't been in the club in years. Yeah, all right? I don't know nothing about no club action, and I'm married. I'm going to take Glorilla's word for it.
You never met nobody in the club? Ever?
No, I've been with the same woman for 24 years.
But when people go to the
but
club,
to her point, to that point, yes, the women I met in the club, okay, were not who I was going to end up marrying, okay, to Glorilla's point. All right.
Well, maybe not you, but I'm sure there's somebody out there, some guy out there that's looking for love in the club.
I'm sure it is, but I don't know nothing about this new club generation. I don't know what's happening in these clubs in 2022. Glorilla knows way more than me.
Let's open up
Well,
the
in the past,
line.
I did meet a guy in the club, and I ended up dating him for like 5 years.
And then what happened?
We broke up.
But
5 years is a long run.
I'm taking Glorilla's word for it, man. Glorilla out here in these streets. She outside.
800-585-1051.
Uncle Pop not outside.
Is that true? If you meet a guy in the club, is he only looking for hoes? You can't necessarily plan your life.
Because then look, as a woman, what are you looking for if you in the club too? That's what I'm saying. She looking for hoes.
Stop scaring. Y'all scaring the hoes right now.
Y'all could just be in the club because your friends wanted to go out because it was somebody's birthday.
You could meet some respectable young man in the club.
It depends what club.
Man, he gonna be a hoe that night. Right? Especially if it's somebody's birthday and they just looking for a good time. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
105. Call us up right now. What's your thoughts on the Breakfast Club? Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Glorilla. What happened with Glorilla, Yeezy?
She was just online and she was talking about meeting guys in the club and not being able to take them seriously because he ain't gonna treat you right.
I just gotta say this. If you trust a nigga that you met at the club, you was a hot-ass mess in the goddamn food, and you don't got no motherfucking home training. Because, bitch, why the did you sit up here falling in love with a nigga that you know you met at a place where he looking for hoes at? Bitch, he looking for hoes. He finna treat you like a motherfucking hoe, bitch. Why the you send your dumb ass right here falling in love? Stay woke.
I don't know about that. I think a lot of guys go to the club to meet a woman to hopefully
meet them to what? Meet them for what, Envy? Meet them for what?
I'm sure there's many different reasons.
They go to the club because they want to smash. There's been a million records made about it over the years about going to the club to find somebody for the night.
No.
Okay, men and women do it. It is what it is.
I'm sure that there's some men that looking for a woman, somebody to cuddle with and spend some time with and hug and And kiss.
I
and
think
marry,
you could.
have
I
some
think you
kids
could
and all
meet
that.
somebody anywhere. You just never know because circumstances of why someone is a club might be different. It could be an event. It could be somebody's birthday. It could be a bachelor party. It could be any reason that somebody's in the club. It could be somebody that's normally not in the club. Now, someone who's in the club all the time, that's different. But you don't know what the reason is that someone might even be there. So
That's what I would tell Glorilla. I would tell Glorilla, like, it doesn't matter where you meet somebody. That's just the reality of the situation because you can't help who you end up growing in love with.
Because some people might say it's not good to meet people on social media, but it happens all the time. It's just.
But I'm going to believe the young girl because she's in the club way more than me because I don't be in the club. All right, I'm 44 years old. What the hell is my old ass doing in the club at 44 years old? So if Glorilla says ain't nothing but guys in the club looking for hoes, I'm going to listen to Glorilla, okay?
All right. Well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Shereen.
Hey, good morning.
How old are you, first of all, ma'am?
I am 44.
You are not qualified to have this conversation.
I knew you was going to say that. But it's still the same subject.
Let's talk about it.
I met my husband 20 years ago.
At the disco. At a disco.
That's Club
Not a
Envy.
disco. But Master Flex was playing, so it was not a disco, okay, at that time.
Okay.
But no, we met 20 years ago. We've been married almost 16 years. December 23rd. I didn't think at the time that I should be meeting a guy in the club, but he showed me different. So
let me ask you a question. Did you let him hit on the first night, or did you
Oh, absolutely not. I'm not
Okay.
that type of girl.
Okay.
Never was.
Second night.
Well, she probably was living with her mom at the time.
I actually no, for real. Charlamagne, I gave him a hard time, as a matter of fact, because I didn't think that meeting a guy in a club was appropriate for me.
True.
At that time, I was like, no, I'm not going to give him that satisfaction. So, but that's probably why we've been together for so long.
Well, congratulations. Do you remember the first song y'all danced to 20 years ago?
Yes, I do. Excuse Me from Jay-Z.
Excuse me, miss, with Pharrell. Excuse me.
Yeah, Pharrell and Jay-Z.
What's your
I remember the
name?
song.
Okay, old school. We out here. We out here, auntie. We out here, baby. 44 and up. What's happening?
Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Chris.
How old are you?
I'm actually 41.
Gee, what is up with all these old people calling about this club topic? Let's hear it. What's up?
Old, it's seasoned. Leave me alone.
Because I don't believe in what they're saying.
Okay.
Honestly, so I met my husband now 16 years ago, and I used to work in the clubs at NYC, actually at Mars 2112.
Oh, I used to love Mars 2112.
That used to be the spot.
Yes,
you go on a little
exactly.
spaceship before you get inside.
Exactly. So with that, I met him and his friends, took pictures of them. We wound up later on meeting at a diner. You know how you do after the club. And 3 days later, I remember telling my friends, like, this is the man I'm going to be with. And they thought I was crazy, but now look at us 16 years later.
Congratulations. Did he hit that night?
No, absolutely not.
Not the first night?
It was not the first night. It was some months, thank you.
Okay. Listen, by the way, I respect all of these conversations, but we have to remember as old heads that the club scene is totally different now than when we were coming up.
Hello, who's this?
Tatiana.
Tatiana, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, do you agree with Glorilla?
I completely do. Ain't nobody going in the club trying to find love nowadays.
How old are you, Tatiana?
I am 34.
Okay,
So what do you
more
go?
the range.
Do you go to the club?
I do not. I stopped going to the club in my 20s.
Smart woman.
Okay, so we don't know what. But did you ever meet somebody in the club?
I have met somebody in the club, and they all looking for hoes.
Goodbye, Tatiana.
Hold on, Tatiana. Did you ever let somebody hit?
No, not from the club. I don't know where you been.
Oh, okay. Just asking.
Goodness
gracious.
But you don't know where nobody's been.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody could just be in the club. Actually, I dated somebody for 5 years. I met him in the club. And
that was the 90s, G. It's a different time now.
It was definitely the 90s.
He's stupid.
It's a different time
it
now.
was, and the next day, I remember he called me the next day, and we was on the phone for hours. And then I think we went out on a date every single night for like 2 weeks in a row. Every single day.
Okay.
And we met in the club.
See? That was some good.
I just think it was. Listen, man, I'm just gonna take Glorilla word for it. Glorilla in these streets. How old is Glorilla? Like 20,
22.
22. She know better than we do at this point.
Guys looking for hoes is everywhere though, not just in the club.
The higher percentage.
You
in
could
the
go to
club.
church and be like,
Ain't nobody looking
yeah,
for hoes in the church.
hoes.
Ain't nobody doing that yet. Clear that nobody's doing it. Ain't nobody going to church saying I know the hoes in.
Goodness gracious. 800-585-1051. Glorilla said this.
I just gotta say this. If you trust a nigga that you met at the club, you was a hot ass mess in the goddamn food, and you don't got no motherfucking home training. Cause bitch, why the would you sitting up here falling in love with a nigga that you know you met at a place where he looking for hoes at? Bitch, you looking for hoes. He finna treat you like a motherfucking hoe, bitch. Why the you send your dumb ass right here falling in love? Stay woke.
What's your thoughts? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about Glorilla. She said this yesterday on her Instagram, her social media.
I just gotta say this. If you trust a nigga that you met at the club, you was a hot ass mess in the goddamn food, and you don't got no motherfucking home training. Cause bitch, why the would you sitting up here falling in love with a nigga that you know you met at a place where he looking for hoes at? Bitch, you looking for hoes. He finna treat you like a motherfucking hoe, bitch. Why the you send your dumb ass right here falling in love? Stay woke.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. Is it true? Guys only looking for hoes in the club.
Are they only trying to get to the yams? Sweet, sweet yams.
Ways to smash, but it's never for a wife. This is not Two Can Play That Game. You never saw that. Gorilla probably too young for that one.
Okay. I love Two Can Play That Game. Great movie.
So we older though.
Yes, we are.
Older though.
Proudly older.
All right, brother.
Proudly.
What's the moral of the story?
I mean, the moral of the story is to each his own. You know what I mean? So I don't know what Glorilla's seeing now. She's clearly probably seeing something that I'm not privy to because I'm not in the club.
This wig is disgusting.
I told you take it off already.
I took it off.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and Rolling Stone did a list of the 50 worst decisions in music history. So let's see if you can guess what some of them are.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning. The last Tuesday of the year for Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Yes, baby. Giving Tuesday. This is the day you're supposed to donate to your favorite charity or do something special for a nonprofit. So.
What I got to do with the Breakfast Club is you know it being officially over.
It's Giving Tuesday.
Oh.
It's giving over.
Oh. Okay. I don't think that's how you use that slang. That sounded very auntie-ish just now. Aren't you trying to sound
hip? The Breakfast Club is giving over.
Okay.
Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Love and Hip Hop.
It's about time. What's going on? Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, Love and Hip Hop New York is returning on Monday, December 16th, and you will be excited to know that some of the original couples are on, like Chrissy and Jim Jones. Okay, now it's been a long time since the two of them have been together since they got engaged, and they still haven't gotten married. I know they both hate when everybody asks about that, but here is a clip from what's going to happen on the new season.
I just know I'll be putting you through a lot. I've always been the man of my family, so all I know how to do is try to support and try to make money, and I don't want you to think that I'm selfish in any way. I love you more than I can love anything in this world.
And I've been here with you for a lot of it. And yes, you put me through a lot, but at some point it has to stop.
So where would you want to get married at?
What are you talking about right now? Where would I want to get married at? We haven't even, you skipped 12 steps. But have you really talked about the steps that it's going to take for us to do better? How about, are you sure you want to get married? Not once did you make me feel like it was solidified that you got your head on straight.
Is there somebody out there that you think you would need to be married to? See,
where did that
like
come from?
It don't feel like it's me because I don't understand what the yo.
Oh my God, if you could only take yourself outside of this situation and look at it.
Woo, that's intense.
So Jim is back on Love and Hip Hop?
Mm-hmm.
Jim must be bored.
Why would you say that? I mean, they were the originators. That was originally supposed to be their show, remember?
Yeah, I know. That was supposed to be following Jim's life and Jim's and Chrissy's life. But Jim got so much going on.
That was Jim's idea, actually.
Yeah, his idea.
That's what I'm saying. It was originally them. So, you know.
Oh, they must have paid Jim
yeah, I'm sure the bag was crazy for Jim and Chrissy.
And they might have something else about to happen. So maybe they're like, we'll do this.
Because Jim's still working on music. He's still producing and executive producing people's albums. He got the Jim thing. So
He got
They must have
his-
cut Jim a huge.
I'm
check.
sure the bag was crazy for both of them.
But that comes back on Monday, December 16th. And she has previously said that maybe marriage just isn't for them. And that's not everybody's path. We've had a lot of people come up here lately and say that too.
Who else was on there? You said it was a couple of couples that came back.
You know what? I don't know all the couples that are coming back, but I know that they're saying that this is exciting because some of the original people. So I don't know everybody who's coming back.
Who did you hear? What's the rumor?
Chrissy and Jim Jones.
Oh.
I just told you.
I did see the promo for it, but the crazy part is I only remember Jim and Chrissy from promo. Yeah.
All right, now the 50 worst decisions in music history. Rolling Stone did this whole list. What are some things that you could say made the list, if you had to guess?
Worst
I have
decisions.
no idea.
I would have to say
The Super Bowl is on the list at number 44 with Justin Timberlake ripped off Janet Jackson's top, but she's the one who got the backlash from it.
What I got to do with music, though?
It's music history, so it's in the history of music. They were performing a song. All right, also...
what's that label?
This is kinda
Didn't the label pass on Drake? One of the labels passed on Drake. I'm sure that was probably up there somewhere.
They have Ja Rule investing in the Fire Festival. Is it
Oh,
bad?
that ain't music.
That's just a bad investment, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, huh?
They're talking about horrible business moves, artistic blunders, deeply questionable moral judgment.
So from music, by musical artists.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The way that it's worded sounds like it's just
It's
about
music,
like music.
Mm-hmm. They also have on this list Prince changing his name to an unpronounceable glyph. I didn't have
That
a
was
problem with
amazing.
that.
No, that wasn't
Yeah,
a
I thought
problem.
that was a good
He
thing.
won
It
his
was
masters and stuff back. I
his
thought that was smart.
protesting unfair and slave-like conditions in the music business.
He was the sign, whatever that's the sign.
Even it's also amazing about that Super Bowl performance. That wouldn't even be a thing now. If that happened right now in 2022, nobody would even think about it.
Kanye West, they said, kicks off his total a-hole era by interrupting Taylor Swift at the VMAs, and they said that was the kickoff for that era for him. Number one on the list was the Rolling Stones hiring the Hells Angels as security guards for their rock festival in 1969. I think I did see a documentary on that
I don't remember.
and how
that
bad that was. All
Why
right.
was that bad for them?
Hells Angels as your security at a rock concert.
I mean, I don't know anything about it. That's what I'm asking.
It just caused all kinds of mayhem, and they are actually the ones that were swinging on people and doing things like that.
Who, the Hells Angels?
Yeah.
Were they swinging on people as protection or just to do it?
I mean, probably both.
Now-
You know, it got a little rowdy.
Just fill me in. The dude that ran for mayor against Eric Adams, he was part of the Hells Angels, was he? Or was he not? I can't remember.
That's the Hells Angels?
You're talking
I
about
don't know.
Curtis Sliwa?
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
I don't think they were the Hells Angels. They're not the Hells Angels. Hells Angels is a bike club, aren't they?
Maybe not. I don't know. I'm asking. That's what I don't know.
They were the ones that
don't
go
know.
and like protect people in the community.
I don't
Right?
think that was the Hells Angels. It wasn't
wasn't.
the Hells Angels.
That's what I'm
They
asking.
were
I
the
don't
Guardian
know.
Angels.
Guardian Angels.
Don't act like y'all didn't have to look that up.
I did. I just looked it up.
Exactly.
I knew it wasn't the Hells
Somebody
Angels. I
else.
couldn't remember
I
what
don't
it
know.
was. But I remembered his name, but I just couldn't remember the what he was part of.
God had made the man a guardian angel, a Hells Angel.
All right, Megan Thee Stallion earned $13 million in 2022, and she's the first black woman to cover Forbes 30 Under 30.
Drop a bomb
That
for her. That's
issue,
dope.
yes, congratulations. She said, I can't slow down right now. I'll take a break when I'm dead. I'm trying to really build something. When I start sitting, I feel like I'm not doing enough or I'm giving somebody else the opportunity to pass me. She said, it's really hard to be the first something in 2022. I want to be bigger than just my music. I want people to know Megan is everything that she ever wanted to be. Megan the artist. I feel I've always liked to dabble and dab in a lot of different things, and I feel like I got that from my mom and my dad.
Salute to Megan, but I don't like that language of you'll take a break when you're dead. Take a break or you gonna die. All right, you need rest.
Need rest.
All right, don't let that mentality. That's a disgusting death mentality that we pushed around in this culture. Sleep when you die. Take a break when you're dead. No, you're gonna need your rest.
Yeah, but you know what people feel like when they do leave, when they do take a break, when they do take a vacation, somebody slide into the spot, and it's this industry now is kind of like, what have you done for me lately? And they feel like if they're gone for a month, people will forget them.
Yeah, you can have my spot, but can I get my peace of mind? You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You take the spot. I'll take peace of mind over that spot any day, because nobody can take a spot from you that God has already prepared for you. So you'll be fine. Take a break. Get your rest.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
I need Balenciaga to come to the front of the congregation. We like to have a word with him, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
This fall, a great night's sleep starts at Mattress Firm. Right now, get king beds for queen prices, queen beds for twin prices, and save up to $700 on select mattresses from top brands. Visit a store near you or mattressfirm.com today.
Don't be out here acting like a donkey.
Hee-haw, bitch. Hee-haw.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
I'm a big boy. I could take it. If he feel I deserve it, ain't no big deal.
I know Charlamagne guy gonna have some funny shit say out his mouth.
Just because I say something you may not agree with doesn't mean I'm mean.
Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. That don't.
Donkey of the day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, November 29th goes to Balenciaga. Now, I usually don't discuss things I can't afford or barely pronounce, but we need to discuss this because the reality is I don't know how this happened or why it happened, but there are some sick-ass humans among us, and they are projecting their fetishes and agendas on to us, we the people. Now, if you missed it, because you don't pay attention to things outside of your salary, I understand. But let me explain to you. Luxury fashion house Balenciaga has apologized for featuring children cuddling teddy bears dressed in bondage gear in its latest advertising campaign. Yes, they had young kids with teddy bear bags dressed in what looked like BDSM-inspired outfits. One child is pictured with an assortment of empty wine glasses. And if you have any doubt on what they were trying to tell folks with this ad, then ask yourself why the ad also featured court documents that mentioned virtual child porn. Now, everyone from Fox News' Tucker Carlson to Ben Shapiro to everyday folks on social media had something to say. They accused Balenciaga of being groomers, sexualizing children, and producing child pornography. Some folks on social media pointed out demonic elements like blacked out eyes in the name of the demon Baal. Did I pronounce that right? Now, Balenciaga has apologized. But what I find more interesting is that they are suing the production company that designed this set, North 6 Incorporated, and the set designer, Nicolas Desjardins. Now, I don't know Nicolas Desjardins, but man, I think he needs to be investigated, okay? At the least questioned about why he thought this was a good idea. Can we check his computer history and see what's in those cookies? And was he using said cookies to lure little children? All valid questions based off this ad campaign, but the nerve of Balenciaga. Okay, to sue the production company for $25 million. What are they suing for? They are suing because of the paperwork about a Supreme Court ruling on child pornography that was identified in one of their images. Can we go to Good Morning America for the report, please?
This morning, fashion house Balenciaga, a favorite of stars like Kim Kardashian and celebrated in songs by Lizzo
Fussy, walking in my Balenciagas.
and Cardi B,
I like those Balenciagas.
facing backlash, accused of sexualizing children in a controversial new ad campaign. The luxury brand now apologizing for these photos showing little girls in Balenciaga sweatsuits with plush bears and what appeared to be BDSM-inspired harnesses, and these uncovered documents on the desk showing an excerpt from the 2008 U.S. Supreme Court opinion, U.S. v. Williams, which upheld the criminalization of pandering of child pornography. We sincerely apologize for any offense our holiday campaign may have caused. Our plush bear bags should not have been featured with children in this campaign. Critics sounding off on social media. I understand that a lot of Balenciaga's marketing is the shock factor of it all, but this is just disgusting.
Balenciaga, I know you think that maybe since the average person can't afford to buy your stuff, that maybe that makes us slower than those who can. But this paperwork is just one piece of this campaign. What about the BDSM-inspired outfits? What about the empty wine glasses? You telling me this production company showed you all of this and you signed off on it, but the paperwork about child porn was too far? Huh? Balenciaga said all the items included in this shooting were provided by third parties that confirmed in writing that these props were fake office documents. They turned out to be real legal papers, most likely coming from the filming of a TV drama. Balenciaga, what the hell are y'all talking about? What does it matter if the documents were fake or real? Okay, why were y'all okay with an ad campaign that sexualizes children? All right, that's the question. Right, the court filings allege that because of the production company's actions, members of the public, including the news media, have falsely and horrifically associated Balenciaga with the repulsive and deeply disturbing subject of the court decision, and it should be held liable for all harm resulting from the false accusation. Now, this is why Balenciaga is getting donkey today, because an attorney for Nicolas Desjardins said in an email statement to CNN that there certainly was no malevolent scheme malevolent scheme going on, and representatives from Balenciaga were present at the shoot, overseeing it and handling papers and props. And Des Jardin, as a set designer, was not responsible for image selection from the shoot. In fact, the production company said they did not have creative input or control over the shoot, and they were not on set during the final set arrangements. Let me ask y'all a question, North 6. Do you think this makes any of this better? After you found out what the theme of the ad campaign was, why would you choose to still do it? Okay, Balenciaga says, as it continues with its own investigation, it is taking accountability for its lack of oversight and control of the campaign images. Look, man, everybody here is full of it. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, all these people are sick. There's nothing artistic about sexualizing children. Who are you catering to? Pedophiles? Okay, we are living in a world that is literally trying to normalize the worst of human behaviors. And I know an apology was issued, but where is the investigation? Don't you think when a company of this magnitude does something like this, there should be a larger investigation? Because how did this get past so many people? And why were so many people okay with this? I don't care how progressive this country gets or how tolerant of other lifestyles there is. You know, there's just no way in hell we about to make pedophilia a thing. All right, we're not about to condone the sexualization of children. I don't know what the punishment for Balenciaga should be because I don't wear it anyway, but we shouldn't just look past this. Please let Remy Ma give Balenciaga and this production company, North 6, the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right.
There should be some type of larger investigation into this, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That so many adults thought this was just okay to do?
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were talking behind the scenes about showing wealth. Now, this comes from where, Yeezy?
Well, Howard Stern. Now, during an episode of The Howard Stern Show, he said that Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. He said it's effing mind-blowing when you follow her on Instagram. You see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her. Here he is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
And he said that she likes to show it off, which is something that he's not comfortable with. He said, I don't think people should show off their wealth.
Is Oprah showing off her wealth, or is she just living her life?
She's living her life.
Acting her wage.
She's living her wage. And she doesn't have servants. She has workers. She has employees. Just because somebody works for you doesn't make them a servant. They're employees. I'm sure they make.
Yeah, they're employees that are of service.
No, they're employees. They're employees. Servants.
You can be, but there's nothing wrong being of service. Like you're an employee. That's why they call them what? Service workers.
Call them employees, not servants.
I didn't say servants. I said service.
He said servants.
Oh, okay.
He said servants. She has employees. Mm-hmm. Nothing wrong with having employees and people that work for you that you're paying. There's nothing wrong with that.
But is the question what's the question
now? He's talking about how she likes to show off her wealth, but he's not comfortable with that, and he doesn't think that people should do that.
I don't think she's showing her wealth off though. I think she's just living her life.
I mean, look,
it's her life.
We all know Oprah's net worth is quite high. We know that she does a lot of philanthropy and a lot of giving back, and she also lives well.
I wouldn't say Oprah shows off. I don't look at Oprah and be like, oh, she's showing off.
That's just what she has.
She's living her wage and she's doing the things that she enjoys, and she does it legally.
Now rappers show off,
and I don't have a problem with none of that. We could, whether it's Diddy showing off his home, his cars, his jewelry, or his Swizz showing off his home, his cars, his vacations. Whether it's Khaled showing his plane and the stuff that Khaled has.
See, Howard Stern is also just the type of person who just doesn't do that. But that doesn't mean that no one should, just because he personally.
But he talks about it. He's talked about that he only worked 3-day work weeks and he flies his helicopter to the Hamptons on the weekends. That's showing off his wealth.
That is kind of showing off.
That's showing off his wealth. But it's how you look at it. I never have a problem.
He just doesn't post it. He doesn't post videos.
But he
talks
about it.
I don't know why you got a problem with 3-day work weeks. We need to have. What is your problem with 3-day work?
I don't have. A problem
I don't want to change the subject, but what's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
Oh,
with
okay.
I didn't say I had a problem with it.
Oh, you just said it.
I just said he talks about it.
That don't have nothing to do with wealth, though.
No, but I'm saying he flies his helicopter to the Hamptons.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, but a lot of people do it. If you look at all the celebrities, whether it's Steve Harvey, you see his wardrobe, his vacations. You see Jerry Seinfeld's car collection. You see Kim K and everything that they're doing. For myself, that's inspiration. Like when I see Swizz on a boat or a yacht or a new home or a vacation, that's inspiration because I know he came from the same place that I came from. When I see Little Duval and he has his private plane and he's going to his vacation home in the Bahamas.
Duval ain't got it. Don't throw Duval in this mix like this. That's rich,
he
bro.
He shows his plane.
That plane is on its last legs.
No, it's not.
That plane got one engine.
No, it's not.
It can only fly 100 miles at a time.
No, it's not.
Don't put Duval in that.
Like, you look at Khaled's page now, and Khaled just flew to Dubai, and he got a 747, and he flew his friends out there, and they're flying private. Like, that's amazing.
Must be nice, man. Salute
That's
to everybody
amazing.
that can live like that. That's
and there's nothing wrong
living.
with it. So what's the question? 800-585-1051. Do you think celebrities should show off their wealth, or do you think it's inspiration? I take it as inspiration.
You just asked the same question.
I know. Do you think they should show off their wealth?
Should celebrities show off their wealth, or should they take it as inspiration?
Do you think it's what's the question? Do you think it's disrespectful, or do you think it's corny when celebrities show off their wealth, or do you think it's inspiration?
I don't know if corny is the right word.
What's the right word?
I don't think corny.
He's
is the
saying
right
that she lacks self-awareness for that because people are not doing as well as she is.
I
But
can
we
see
also
that.
know where Oprah started from.
Yeah, we all know where a lot of
And
these
that
people
she-
started from. We know
she
where Diddy
wasn't
started
always-
from. Swizz and Duval and Hove and Steve Harvey and a lot of these people.
But what do you guys
LeBron.
think? When you look at this, do you look at it like this is awful, or are you like, I'm inspired?
All right.
I don't knock nobody for what I don't do. That ain't my style, but I don't have it to show off anyway. But my point is, my point is, I don't know. I'll talk about it when we come back.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just join us, we're talking about something that Howard Stern said, right, Yee?
Yes, he was talking about Oprah, and he said that it's wild that she shows off her wealth because people are struggling. Here's what he said.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
Service her? She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. What's the thoughts? What's your thoughts with this?
I mean, I never looked at it that way just because I feel like we are very familiar with Oprah and her story and the wealth that she's managed to accumulate. A lot of people are like, I want to be like Oprah one day. That's because they saw where she started and where she is now. So it's never really been something that I've, thought, man, I can't believe she's showing off her wealth like that. It's just how she lives.
Me, I never had a problem when anybody shows off their hard work and what they did. They work hard. They want to wear their stuff. They want to show their stuff. I don't have a problem with it. I take it as inspiration. Like I tell you all the time, Swizz inspires me. I love to watch Swizz do his thing, whether it's on a boat or vacation, someplace I might not know about that I learn from Swizz, or some things that I don't know. And I have no problem hitting them up and saying, bro, you inspire me. Same thing with Hove. Same thing with LeBron. Like, they inspire me because
Same thing with Bron.
Same things it's things that's not that I'm used to doing. So when I see it, I look it up, I learn about it. So I have no problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my thing. That's not what I do. But I also don't have anything to show off. But I don't knock anybody who does it. But I will say that Oprah, to me, is just living her life. She's not showing off like a rapper shows off. Like when rappers show off, to me, it comes off very distasteful because they don't just show off; they actually on folks who are broke.
But what about what about Drake with his OVO jet? I mean, that's interesting to see the tour of the jet, and that's amazing.
I mean, all of that is fine, but once again,
but is that showing off?
I don't think it's itching on anybody. This is their life,
bro. Rappers do.
How?
What are you talking about? Rappers will absolutely be like, you broke. What are you talking about? When you play these records and you acting like you don't hear it. What are you talking about?
But what do you mean they show like this?
Rappers will make songs basically telling you ain't if you broke. You know this. What are you talking about? The girl rappers will be like, I don't want no broke boys. You know what I mean? The male rappers will be like, broke boys, get out my section. Like, what are you just shut up, Indy. Knock it off.
I mean, you can understand that. This is my section,
shut
stay
up.
out of my section.
Also, for me, man,
it inspires me.
See, people say that
it should inspire everybody.
Here's the thing.
Honestly.
I don't get inspired by material things. Like seeing wealth is not what inspires me. I'm inspired by work. So when I see Oprah, I see the fruits of years and years of hard work. Same thing with Steve Harvey. It's the young folks who I look at sometime and I be like, okay, that's corny. Because in my mind, I'm like, number one, I don't think they really have it like that. And number two, will they have it in 20, 30 years? That's what I don't want to know. So I don't think it's corny, but I do think when I see some folks do it, I think it's unsafe. You know what I mean? Like, why make yourself a target like that? Why make yourself a target for the IRS? Why make yourself a target for the Jack Boys? So I don't think corny is the right word. I think when I see stuff like that, I'd be like, that's not safe. That's what I think.
All right, well, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
It's a DJ.
Hey, what's up, bro? What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, my thoughts is I tread lightly when it comes to posting, people posting, especially like the elite. I just feel like I'm sorry to say, but I feel like we're the only people that do that type of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with having it, but if you're gonna post all your 50s, all your Rolls Royces, just right on an inspiration purposes, who are you trying to inspire? How many people? What's the probability of people reaching that level? It's not a high probability.
And what are you inspiring people to do? Because you might just be inspiring somebody to rob you.
No, and what he said was it's only our people. No, it's you look at Jerry Seinfeld, Jay Leno, Kim K. They're not black, and they show off their wealth. But when it comes to things like I tell everybody all the time, Clue inspired me by seeing the things that Clue had, and then even Rick Ross to this day, and 50 Cent.
But you know what?
Look at how hard they work, all the businesses that they have to get the things that they want and to get the things that they can attain, and that inspires me.
Those people you named though, prior, who'd you say? Jerry Seinfeld, Jay Leno. They don't have to deal with the same things we got to deal
Kim
with.
K, I know, but he
Kim K has been robbed before.
Right, but
Kim K's been tied. Kim K's been tied up and robbed. And what did that robber say? That robber said, if Kim K didn't want to get robbed, then she shouldn't show it off because she's showing it off like, here, come take it from me.
Yeah, but that's a horrible mindset.
But that's a lot of people's mindset.
It is, but these people inspire me. Like I said, you look at 50 and all the businesses that he does and those business moves.
I'm inspired by that. I'm inspired by business. Rick Ross with the franchises.
Moves.
I'm inspired by that.
But that inspires me.
I'm inspired by Rick Ross saying he got all these Wingstops way more than I have ever been by any chain he's posted, any car he's posted, anything, any of the fruits of the labor. I like the work.
800-585-1051. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Howard Stern, and he said this about Oprah.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
So we're asking, is it corny when celebrities show off their wealth, or is it inspiration? Let's talk about it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about something Howard Stern said about Oprah. Let's listen.
I don't know. Oprah's not embarrassed by her wealth at all. She loves showing it off on Instagram. It's mind-blowing. When you follow her on Instagram, you see her estates, her gardens, the people who service her, and
service her. She's not a car.
Well, she kind of is. She's got servants and like people cooking, and it's wild.
And we're asking 800-585-1051. Do you feel it's corny when celebrities and people show off their wealth, or do you think it's inspiration? Hello, who's this?
It's Joe.
Joe, what's up, man?
What up, Joe?
It's Aaron, Joe, Cleveland.
Okay.
50 Cent, man. 50 Cent's inspiration.
50 Cent what?
Is an inspiration, he said.
He's an inspiration.
He is.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
Why do you think he's an inspiration, though?
I mean, we watched the whole change. We seen the whole gangster, then we seen him man up and polish up.
So, what do you think about people posting things online, though, with Howard Stern and Oprah and what they...
like him doing it is okay. Like,
it depends on who it is to you.
It really depends on who it is, and their background too. Like, it depends on who it is and their background.
I like what you said. I like what you said about 50 though, because what you said is true, man. You spoke on the evolution of 50 as a man. That's the kind of stuff that inspires me, not the material things.
Charlamagne, man, you don't get along with a lot of people, but you make some valid points when you say things, though, bro.
That's why I don't get along with a lot of people.
Well, 50's always been a great business person, even from back then, from his old mixtapes and stuff like that. And don't get it twisted. They still punch you in the face, but 50 is one of those people that he inspires me. Like all the businesses that he has and the stuff that he's doing now behind the scenes, you'll see some more and more and more. Like that man inspires me. Absolutely, positively.
Like not to say this, but 6'9", inspirational to me. He's like a cartoon when I see him with money.
Who?
I understand.
That's real. That's why I said material things, man.
Like when I see him
That's
like on
real.
a big yacht or something, it's like anime.
Right.
I get it. That's why I said material things is not what inspires me. Seeing wealth is not what inspires me. I'm inspired by the work that people, do on themselves, the work that they put into their craft.
Like Oprah, come on, man. Oprah. We talking about Oprah.
That's right. That's years and years of hard work. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, it is. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Khadijah from Brooklyn, New York.
Khadijah, good morning.
Good morning, Angela Lee. We're gonna.
Good morning, Khadijah.
You know her last name is G, right? You know her last name is G, Khadijah?
I said Yee.
Oh.
Thank you, Khadijah.
I think you said Lee. But go ahead, mama.
I'm so hyped right now.
Oh, my boyfriend's in the car.
Hey, what's
His
up?
name's Sean.
Yo, Renshaw from BK90, stand up. What's cracking?
What's up with you, brother?
Let's go.
What's your thoughts, mama?
We're so excited. We listen to you guys every day when we take our kids to school.
Thank
That's
you.
real.
So what's your thoughts on celebrities showing off their stuff?
Well, first of all, we take it as inspiration, but my feelings is that people show everything from rags to riches. It's up to you whether you want to watch it or not. So I don't get what's the big deal. Don't watch her if you don't want to see it.
I agree. Even with Cardi B, like, what makes it special to me is like we seen where Cardi B started from. Like we seen the grind. We seen her doing the clubs and hosting and buying these to leveling up and making hits. So I love to see it. That's me personally.
And
That's the
thing
work,
is,
though.
In social media, it's been known that a lot of people fake it.
Exactly.
So it's like showing whatever they want to show. Sometimes it's real. Sometimes
That's
it's not.
what I just
sometimes they're
said.
poor. Sometimes they're rich. It doesn't matter.
We all
That's
know
right.
Charlamagne rich, but he don't be acting like it.
I am not rich.
Charlamagne got it.
I am rich in spirit.
Charlamagne got
Okay,
it.
I want people to be inspired by my evolution as a man. I want people to be inspired by the work I did on myself, the healing journey that I put myself on. Okay, that's what I want people to be inspired by.
Yes, I do watch your show, by the way. I do watch your shows, all of them. Like you got like 5 of them, but I watch all of them.
Thank you, sir. Every Thursday night, hell of a week, 11:30 p.m. on Comedy Central. We got a great episode this week, by the way. Little Rel will be on this week. Amanda Seals will be on this week. Val Demmings will be on this week, and I cannot remember who else. But Thursday, 11:30, Comedy Central, right after the Daily Show. Join us.
And what's the moral of the story? If there's a moral.
I mean, the moral of the story is just, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not inspired by people's wealth. I'm inspired by the work that they put in, to their craft, the work that they put into themselves. That's what inspires me. Because to like we've been saying all morning, everybody faking nowadays. You can get a fake knot of money, stand in front of somebody else's car and post it on the gram.
Some people are, but some people aren't.
So I'm not inspired by material things. I'm inspired by like the work I've actually seen people do on themselves and the work that they put into their craft.
All right. Well, you got rumors on the way?
Yes, and do you believe that Drake and 21 Savage's Her Loss is one of Drake's best albums, in his top 3 even? We'll tell you what he had to say about that.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ
This is the
Envy,
piece that you
Angela
cannot
Yee,
buy.
Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Can I get to the yams?
Good morning.
Can I get to the yams? Sweet, sweet yams.
Did you finish all your cake?
No, I still got some pie left in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Just salute to Mr. Todd. And I told you my wife made me freeze one for Christmas. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Tory Lanez.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Tory Lanez was photographed leaving court in L.A. yesterday. That's the beginning of his felony assault trial in connection with allegations that he shot at the feet of Megan Thee Stallion back in July of 2020. So he's facing a maximum sentence of around 23 years if he is convicted in that case. We don't know what happened in that first day. We just know he was photographed leaving court. So yesterday it all started, the trial.
I think I read they were picking the jury, I think. They say it started yesterday? I thought they were just picking the jury yesterday.
First day. It was the first day of his trial.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they were just picking the jury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
So we shall see what happens as he is facing this time. I guess we'll get a lot more information that we have not been privy to yet. Now, Drake and 21 Savage, let's talk about Her Loss. During an interview on SiriusXM, Drake says that Her Loss is one of the greatest albums that he's been a part of. Here's what he had to say.
We got CLB Certified Lover Boy. That was I'm trying my best.
Oh God.
to make a
I'm
love.
chasing you.
Yeah, I'm chasing you. And then honestly, never mind is the realization that maybe that lifestyle's not for me. And then her loss is that, right? This is like,
oh God,
this is like No Pigeons. You remember when they dropped No Pigeons when they had no scrubs on? This is like, it's like we're going off.
All right, so he said, and 21 Savage said that Drake did write some of his verses on the album, and Drake said that 21 Savage helped him as well. All right, now Jennifer Lopez, she's talking about her new music, and she's talked to Zane Lowe on Apple Music, and she kind of opened up about her split with Ben Affleck back in 2004 is when they broke up. Here's what she had to say about their first time breaking up.
It was so painful after.
Because it didn't work out.
Yeah, once we called off that wedding 20 years ago, it was the biggest heartbreak of my life. And I honestly felt like I was going to die. And it sent me on a spiral for the next 18 years where I just was, couldn't get it right. But now, 20 years later, it does have a happy ending. It does. And
you can listen to this album again, and you can actually appreciate it again for what it is, right?
Well, yeah, and it's funny because when me and Ben got back together, he said to me, he was like, you never performed the songs. Like, you never did I'm Glad. You never did this. You never did that.
Did he actually say that to you?
Yes.
He is fishing. He is fishing. Wow.
And I was like, you're right. I said, it was painful.
All right. In addition to that, she does feel like now true love does exist. And she feels like this new album is a reflection of that. And she felt inspired.
Yeah. At this moment in time when I was reunited with the love of my life and we decided we were going to be together forever. And the whole message of the album then is like, this love exists. This is a real love. Now I think what the message of the album is very much, if you were wondering, if you have, like me at times, lost hope, almost given up, don't. Because true love does exist. And some things do last forever.
Aw.
No, salute to J-Lo. Congrats to J-Lo.
Yeah, shout out to J-Lo.
Not so much to Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck doesn't deserve you, J-Lo. When you ruin two superheroes, when you ruin Daredevil and Batman, you don't deserve J-Lo.
Goodness gracious.
Okay? I was actually watching Justice League last night because it was rerunning on TBS or TNT, one of them, and I was just like, man, this is as trash as I remember it. Okay?
All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, this Friday is going to be Angela Yee's last day, so Angela Yee is
going to be doing the Yee Mix.
The Yee Mix. So I did a special intro for you for this Friday.
I don't know if I'm going to use it.
You got to use it. It's special. It's dope.
All right.
I put a lot into it.
Let's see.
I put a lot into it.
Do you know in the bathroom, there's a sign under the toilet paper that says for rectal use only?
Did you put it there?
No. I took a picture of it, though.
Why? It's under the toilet?
It's under the toilet paper. It says for rectal use only.
What were you doing looking under the toilet paper?
It's a sign. What are you talking about? It's a sign when you reach for the toilet paper that says for rectal use only.
What were you using toilet paper for?
That's what I want to know. What else were people using toilet paper for?
What were you using it for?
To wipe my ass.
Oh. So what it was for?
Yes.
For rectal use.
Yeah. This is a weird sign to have in a bathroom. Don't you think so?
Just in case people get confused, don't know what to do with toilet paper.
What if they want to blow their nose?
Do you guys dab your, like if you just urinate, do you dab it after? Like
shake it.
No, shake it.
Shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
So then sometimes there is dried up urine on you.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture.
All right, the mix is up next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Hello.
Hi.
Is this Heidi Ramos?
This is.
Hi, Heidi Ramos. How are you feeling today?
What is that accent?
I'm great, thank you.
Now, you stay out in Florida, Palm Bay, Florida?
I did. I just recently moved up here from Pompano.
There's nothing, there's no amount of money that we can give you that can keep you from being the crazy person that you are, because you know the craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
She's like, that's fine. Just give me my check.
You hear that evil laugh?
Just give me my check.
I was just I can't lie. I was cracking up on hold hearing you talk about the toilet paper.
Oh, you heard that conversation?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Charlamagne is kind of weird, right? He talks about people from Florida.
I'm not weird. That actually happened. It's a sign in the bathroom
sitting on the toilet
that says for rectal use
Yeah.
only.
Oh, I can't. You guys get blessed.
Give us some money for toilet paper, please.
Yes.
Give her a couple $1 for some toilet paper.
You need some money for some toilet paper? We got $1,000 for you, mama.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
And we appreciate you. We know that the money's going to your son. He's been hospitalized for a couple of days, and you have to miss work. So hopefully this will help you out.
And well, we need it for our rent. We definitely do.
All right. Well, that money is yours, and thank you for riding with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I love you all.
All right.
love you
Thank
too.
you
Love you
more. And we also got
Bye.
to shout out to William Conley of New York. He got the Daily Bread yesterday, all right? And special thanks to our friends at U.S. Bank. We'll get there together, all right? Now, positive notes up next is The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne!
Yes, indeed.
Yee! Your last Tuesday, how you feeling?
Oh, great, man. Just 3 more days to go. Let's go.
All right. You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do have a positive note, man, and the positive note is simply this. I want to salute, first of all, to Sarah Jakes Roberts, man. Oh, man, I love the Jakes family so much, but salute to Sarah Jakes Roberts. Queen Sarah preached the word this past Sunday. The sermon was called Hungry for Hope. Y'all should go on YouTube and watch that. She said a lot of great things, but I just posted a clip on my IG of something she preached during her sermon, and it was about character, and it made me think of one of my favorite quotes about character, man, and it's simple. Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?